Where do men get their audacity, please? Where? Where do you get your audacity from? I don't understand. Oh my God, ignore the absolute fucking state of me, but it's 9:20, and this guy, he's just randomly popped up to me. I don't know this man. Never spoke to this man in my life. Just randomly popped up to me on Instagram and was like, "You busy tonight?" Excuse me? I don't know you!
Well, guys, I love to see women suffering, you know? Dating-wise, don't get me banned, YouTube, but you love to see it. Well, gentlemen, I have compiled some very unhappy women that are all gonna be whining and complaining about dating today, and you just love to see it. So let's get back to it. But first, beforehand, guys, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and now let's get back to this woman and many others that are unhappy.
Who are you? What do you mean am I busy? It's 9:30 essentially. Yes, I am busy. I've got my fucking book. I've got my fucking cup of tea. It's 9:30 on a fucking Tuesday night. What do you want? And then to top it all off, you turn into...
It's Tuesday, innit? Of course she drinks tea, guys. All the stereotypes are there, and one of them is being 30 and miserable, right?
Turns around and goes, "Do you not fancy a movie night or chill? Like I can just come round and we can chill." I don't know you. Oh my! The worst bit about like living alone and having your own place is men genuinely think they can just invite themselves round. Who are you? I've got my fucking hot water bottle. I've got Sally here. We're about to go to fucking sleep. What do you know? I don't even know your fucking last name. I don't know you. I literally know nothing about you. We've exchanged 2 messages. This is why I sleep with a fucking bat. Because I swear to God, these men, get a grip.
Well, the first comment here, let's read the comments, guys. The first one says, "He's just trying to shoot his shot with a 3 out of 10. Leave him be." This is the most liked comment. Fantastic. Another man says, "Oh, the audacity of a man taking a shot and getting to spend some time with you, and you wonder why we don't bother anymore." Yeah, just don't bother, guys. But the funny comments are over. Let's read some of the female comments. "No, the amount of men over 30 with receding hairlines are still figuring it out. Okay, mate." Oh, so it's okay when you women don't know what the hell you're doing at 30 and you're still trying to ride the carousel, but when men want to have their turn, you get all upset and pissed about it? Well, okay then. Another one here says, a woman again, "I'm convinced that there is a secret shop where they regularly purchase Audacity because the supply is endless." Well, there's a bit of female humor for you. Okay, guys, enough with this woman. Let her sleep with her bat. Hey, you can do that up until your 90s. You can also purchase like 7 cats. But now, guys, and you can exchange the tea for boxed wine. So we have literally all the stereotypes in place. But now let's move on to another woman, guys, that is also very upset.
Word about the male loneliness. I never want to hear a single word about the male loneliness epidemic ever again. Because why are you, as a full-grown man, seeing the like that I sent you on Hinge and say, "Hey, I want to match with this girl, so you match with me." We start having a conversation. We're vibing. We've got a lot in common. We both are really tired of the dating scene. We just want to meet people. We're expressing how we just are over how awful everything in dating is. And then you say...
By the way, guys, this woman's mug reads Witch's Brew. I love it.
"Hey, by the way, what are you doing this weekend?" And I'm like, "Oh, I actually don't have plans this weekend. How about you?" And you say, "I don't have plans either." So then I say, "Oh, okay. Do you want to do something? Do you want to grab a coffee, grab a drink?" And you go, "Possibly." Sir, the problem is you. You are your own problem for why you are not meeting people. You have every green light here, my dude. I have basically shoved you into asking me, and you just say, "Possibly." At At this point, I've been single for over 7 years. What's another 7? If this is what it is.
Yeah, what's another 7, Will? How about you? You know, have a good one. And guys, again, I love to see this. But we'll make a further point on that after we watch our third one.
That you are...
There is a skit, guys. You have more female humor coming your way because I know you love it.
So I see that on your dating profile, it says that you are only looking for long-term relationships. I just wanted to, like, you know, touch base on that and kind of, like, see what your intentions are. Like, what are you looking for in a relationship?
Oh, so I actually put long-term relationships only because I wanted to, like, go on dates with, like, girls. Because if I put my actual intentions, I wouldn't get any dates. Like, I'm only interested in short-term relationships and just hooking up. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so in my dating profile, it said that I am not interested in hooking up or being in a short-term relationship. Long-term only, so...
Exactly. So I knew I had to lie or else I would never get a chance with you. But anyways, like I said, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship, but I am looking for a girl who is loyal, okay? I want a loyal girl who really loves me and is obsessed with me and only me and is pretty and hot and knows how to cook, has a good job, finished college, has a big butt.
Well, you know that it's a woman making this because she mentioned has a good job. I can tell you no guy gives a crap about your job. So there's that. Of course, it's a woman making the skit. She doesn't understand the first thing that men want. But guys, I'll say again, I love to see this. I love it. Because women, they've been playing hard to get. They've been, you know, acting like they're God's gift to the earth. And we're finally giving them a taste of their own medicine. Like what men are doing really is acting like women in dating. They don't know what they want. Well, men still do, but they act as if though they don't know what they want. Men are playing hard to get. Men are making all these confusing calls and acting all weird. And women hate it. They hate that crap, guys. And that's so funny because we're just acting like them. We're giving them a taste of their own medicine, you know? They've made their bed, now they have to lay in it and they hate it. So congratulations. I don't think that we guys have to step up our game. I don't think we have to change about anything. I think we should continue acting like assholes to these women until they revert back to normality. You know, I think that's a good call. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the best thing. Like, me personally, I'm not acting like a-hole with women because I'm not even dating them to begin with, you know? I'm not even trying to talk to them, which is what I will advise any man to do. The best thing you can do, other than trying to be uninterested in women, is straight up not being interested in them in the first place, right? So, but hey, if you want to still date them, yeah, make them beg on their knees for some male attention from the men that they want. I think that's a good call, you know, guys? Also, second point, before we move on to article stories. Yes, women want to be lied to. This whole thing of guys putting, oh, I don't know what I want in their bios is because if you say that you want a serious relationship, you're going to miss out on the baddies that just want to hook up. If you say that you just want to hook up, you're going to miss out on the women that want a serious relationship. So the best thing is, oh, I don't know, haven't figured out, let's see what happens. And then you basically lie to them about your intentions. That's what works. I'm not saying that's what's morally healthy. I'm not saying that's the most, you know, honor thing to do, but that's simply what works. Because again, women like to be lied to. In fact, you know what's funny, guys? It's that these women who are quote-unquote looking for funny relationships, they don't match with guys who are looking for serious relationships. They still match with the attractive guys, okay? They're not matching with the bio that says, I'm looking for something serious if the guy is not attractive enough. While when a man is attractive enough, they don't even read the bio. So there's that. And won't play this game of putting something in their bio that doesn't actually match what they're currently looking after, you know? So it's just stop with the blaming game. If you want to blame men, and if men are to blame, then they are equally to blame as women, okay? So I'm not buying this whole thing, guys, is what I'm meaning to say. But now, talking about dating, let's move on to article, guys, that is titled, I, as a guy, feel like I don't want to keep pleasing a woman on a date. Well, how dare you, pig. But let's read. Hey people, I hope the title conveyed well what I wish to elaborate in the post. Basically, I was coming across various sources which emphasized how women get butterflies when men go out of their way on dates to compliment them, throw their charms at them, doing grand gestures. Reading and going through them, well, first, that's not true. That's what women say they want, but they don't chase that. Okay, the guys who are very romantic and buy flowers don't get really far, as you may have noticed. Reading and going through them has had me questioning the way I prefer things to be. I've gone to few dates only, but whenever I go, I don't want to do anything grand gestures or throw any compliments or anything. I just try to be myself and enjoy the date as well. With whatever I have loved and however my worldview has been shaped, I feel that it is important for the man to focus on how he feels as well. Likewise, I don't want to be occupied with thinking how to continuously please a woman on a date. Well, there's actually a very important point here, guys. And it's not that you should be totally negligent to how the other person feels, but it is that, yes, I'm a very strong advocate for just being yourself on a date. I hate this idea that you have to show your A+++ game and be on top of everything and make an awesome first impression. I'm all about first impressions, but if your intentions are to have a relationship, the whole relationship is not gonna be like the honeymoon phase, okay? I hate that, guys. I hate it. This is why I think that people should just be themselves on the first date. Now, that doesn't mean airing out all your dirty laundry. It just means don't try to act as someone you aren't, or as, you know, some sort of level of positivity you can't keep all throughout the relationship. I mean, dating apps, and this is why they fail, is because they're just browsing through profiles of people showing the best side of them, you know? Just showing all the positives, none of the negatives, and some positives that are impossible to upkeep on a daily basis, which is why a lot of people get into relationships, but then 2 months in, the first problem arises and they don't know how to deal with it, because they've been living in this fairy tale, in this movie, where everything is perfect, and then the first problem that arises crumbles the whole thing to the ground. So I'm very much against like this extreme of wanting to make a first impression. But let's continue reading and let me know what you think about that one. Honestly speaking, I feel like it's also important that she makes me feel good and special. It's not an audition for me to prove myself. I feel it's a connection for both of us to try out. If things flow well, then I expect my charms to come out by themselves. True. If not, then I don't want to chase or do anything to prove myself in her eyes. She's not higher than me or something. Yet I feel that women feel amazed by a man who does various kinds of gestures, which ends up giving them butterflies at the end of the day. And I wonder if I'm missing some important piece of the dating puzzle. Yeah, here's the piece that you're missing. Women are prideful, and they feel as though they are God's gift to the earth. They feel like they are settling down if you're not a 6'5" multimillionaire. This is why they feel entitled to your A+ game. This is why they feel entitled to you doing grand gestures, while on their side, they feel like they don't have to do anything. These women, guys, they feel like they themselves are the prize. They feel like their mere presence is already more than enough of them giving to you. You know? That's the side of the puzzle you're missing. But now, let's end this. What do you all think? Is it totally healthy to think the way I do and keep my pride rather than going out of my way to please a woman on a date? Edit. Thanks, people. I've got a lot of insight from many comments in the post. As always the case with Reddit, a big chunk of the people have totally missed the point of my post and are fighting in the comments with me or the others, or twisting my words. But many of you got it and have helped me think about so many things, and I'm sure it's in my best interest. Well, guys, we're gonna read some comments, but before that, do let me know what you think. What I think is, again, that this is fantastic that men are not showing effort. Women will say that they want the flowers and the poems and the letters. Oh, let's go back to the 19th century where everything was so romantic. Well, we can't go back to that because women don't appreciate it. We've had our fair share of seeing men try this attempt of being the old-fashioned gentleman, and it simply doesn't work. What happens when men provide so much effort into making first good impressions and trying to be romantic is that women take it as a given and just think to themselves, oh wow, I must be like a princess or something if this man is willing to do this for me, you know? Like if all men were to go back to being romantic and taking it slow, no, we wouldn't start suddenly having all these fruitful and successful relationships. No, we'll go back to women being entitled through the roof and thinking that they somehow deserve all of this, which is the problem that got us in this place to begin with. And this is why, again, I think that men should be a bit of an assholes, you know? Don't show them commitment, don't give them validation, don't buy them flowers. Just act as though you are the prize. How about that? How about they see what their actions lead to, you know? But guys, let's read some of the comments. Let's see what Reddit thinks. I think you need to stay offline forums regarding dating. Most women do not expect grand gestures, bouquets, or whatever. You say you don't want to give compliments, yet I think you mean to say you don't want to date a woman who doesn't reciprocate. Women and men want to feel wanted. Going on dates to keep your pride isn't going to end well. You will be friend-zoned and the woman won't feel romantic feelings for you because you're not trying. You both should be trying, but in an authentic way. Well, here's the thing. Regardless of what you do, you're probably not going to get a good romantic relationship with modern women, so it really doesn't matter if you're trying or not. In fact, you trying will not grant you a relationship, but will make these women even more entitled. Which, again, we go back to step one, which is just be an asshole, okay? Another one. This post means you've spent too much time in online spaces and reading too many comments, posts on dating advice. Reading stuff on the internet isn't going to get you dates. Going out, being social, and meeting new people is going to do that. You're right. You should be yourself on your dates to see if you dive. I know what that means. Understand what you're reading. Are men being themselves on dates and getting women into them? The point isn't to mimic what they're doing. You're not the same man. The point is to be you. So go out and be you. Take a break from reading things online. It's all anecdotal evidence. As if that's not evidence enough. You know, guys, we're gonna end it on this point. A bit different than dating, but it's so funny to me whenever people say, oh, that is just anecdotal. But who cares? You need a fucking study? Do you actually need a statistic or something? Why do these people, guys, I feel like they're scientists or something. I feel like they work on NASA. Can you give me the citation of that? Oh, you have no proof of that. Dude, why do I need a proof for fucking everything? When I get on a plane, okay, to go visit your mother across countries, I don't have the knowledge of aerodynamics and plane engineering, but I still get on the fucking plane because anecdotally, I've heard of thousands of people who've got on planes and have not crashed, right? So it's like we live our lives constantly taking things anecdotally, but then when you want to make a point that they disagree with, they'll always hit you with the, oh, no, that's anecdotal, oh, sorry, I'm a science person. Go fuck yourself, mate. You're not a science person. It's the lowest hanging fruit. It's the cheapest argument. It's the most lazy ass argument. Oh, you don't have a citation for that. Well, I don't need one, you bitch, because I see all men, well, not all, okay, not all, but most men are struggling with the same things. And now we have the internet, we have Manosphere channels, we have the red pill, we have 300 pills, we have men complaining about this, complaining about that. Take a look at the divorces, you know? How many men have gone out of a divorce being the winners, let's say, the ones who don't get totally screwed from behind? How many? And then again, you have the statistics, women initiate 70% of the divorces, but I didn't need the statistics to come to the point of thinking what I thought, right? I'm so tired of this, because, oh, it's anecdotal. Anecdotal matters, all right? People have been living for thousands of years without studies just by anecdote. Because it is important. Because when a considerable amount of the population has a certain belief. Now, I'm not saying it's immediately proven to be right. No, I'm just saying you have to consider it as something important, right? Like, oh, why do all these people from different countries and different ages who don't have a lot in common share the same experience? You know, why could that be the case? Well, there must be something true about it, right? And then if you think for more than 10 minutes, you'll actually come to some very interesting conclusions without having to read a study on how to feel about it, okay? Like, try use your brain for a change and see what happens. But guys, we'll be closing the episode there. Thank you for joining me and Ampu. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.